ain't that people find the quality.
Oh. Oh my God! Hey, look, y'all. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome back to the show, man. Look, yeah, I'm coming to you live from the beautiful city of Baltimore, right there in the harbor. And Quan, like you in San Fran, you know.
I'm in San Fran today.
Look, I had to go to Baltimore for a minute because I had to go take care of some business.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah. Well, shoot, you had to go way cross country. Well, y'all, welcome to the show, man. Y'all forgive us. We had a rough week this weekend. Just forgive us. You know, welcome everybody. You know, everybody. Bring your grandma, your aunt, your auntie, everybody. Yeah. Welcome into the show. So we're going to go ahead and get some formalities out the way. Y'all go ahead and check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that good stuff. You know, leave a rating, 5 stars if you will. You know, we'd greatly appreciate it. And if you're watching via YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you will know when the videos are uploaded.
Right.
Well, let's go ahead and jump into this thing here. So we did a segment last week entitled Good, the Bad, and the Downright Despicable. So I'm going to go ahead and get mine out of the way. Mine going to be short, sweet, and hard to beat. All right, so let's talk about the good from this past weekend, the NFL. Big shout out to Tua Tagovailoa, or however you pronounce that person's name. He went off. Him and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle went off on the Ravens secondary in the fourth quarter of the game. Let me read some stats. He had a 72% completion percentage. There's a lot of quarterbacks that don't even have that career completion percentage against the Ravens. He tossed for 469 yards. He tossed the ball 4 football fields, almost 4.5, over 4.5. 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a passer rating of 124.1. That is not a radio station. This is not a radio show. 124.1 on your FM dial. That's what he left out of Baltimore with. So, I mean, honestly, good game, the Tua. Let me get on the bad for a second. I'm in Baltimore for a reason because I am looking for the Ravens secondary. I done went to Russell Street. I done went to Utah Street. I done went down to Mosher and doggone Monroe and Pratt Street and Charles Boulevard and all that good stuff. I'm looking for the Ravens secondary. So if y'all seen them, please tell them I'm looking for them.
Need to be
the thing, because they disappeared. They left M&T Bank early Sunday. Now here's my problem. See, if you score 38 points, you are supposed to win the game. I'm preaching better than y'all respond. But thank God it was only week 2.
Thank God. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, boy, because if I'm okay. So in the ugly, the reigning defending AFC champions are 0-2. Now, granted, that game was a thriller. I happened to watch the end of that game versus the Cowboys, and like I said in the War Room chat, you know, the Dallas Cowboys finally did something right because the entire AFC North lost on Sunday. Now check this. Here's a stat. This is why I feel like the Bengals You know, my man James said that the Bengals have arrived. I don't think they got out the car yet. They supposedly fixed their offensive line. But in 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, Burrow been sacked 13 times.
Good God.
He can't play on his back. He's starting to be the AFC version of Eli Manning. You could take it away.
Good. Well, good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, I got the Bills being on the good side, and I feel like they're gonna be on the good side for a while. Next week, I won't talk about the Bills. I believe I've been talking about the Bills for the last 2 weeks, and the Bills continue to look like a scary team to face. Josh Allen goes 26 for 38, 317 yards, 4 touchdowns. They got over 50 yards rushing. Diggs had 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards, 12 receptions. They are scary.
They might
now. They played the Titans, which is one-dimensional. They forced Derrick Henry to stop his feet, set the edge, which I think everybody pretty much already knew that. But they did a good job at containing him. And they played the Rams week 1. They really haven't been playing a lot of comp. But it'll be a problem if they continue to build this momentum going into week 3. Especially, I feel like it's going to be scary to see them in October and November. However, we're going to see them then when it start getting cold and they got to go to Buffalo and stuff. You know, that's the good. Josh Allen and the Bills, they continue to look like a scary team. I feel like between them and I feel like I got the Bills and the Dolphins in the AFC Championship game. Anyways, going to the bad. The Cowboys somehow squeezed past the Cincinnati Bengals.
They did something right.
Not with Dak Prescott. Not with Butterfish and Flounder and Trout. But they had Tilapia playing and the Cooper Rush. They had Cooper or Copper Rush, whatever. They had a piece of tilapia fish out there playing against Cincinnati. Beat them by a 50-yard field goal. Yeah, that was very surprising.
Yeah.
The ugly Ravens losing to the Dolphins gave up 28 points, which was the most points that the Dolphins scored throughout the whole entire game. They held them to 0 points the whole entire first quarter. They held them to 14 points between quarters 2 and 3. Fourth quarter, they said, you know what, I'm tired of running after these jackrabbits. I'm going to sit down and I'm doing it now. And they gave up 28 points. The Dolphins too, and he had 6 touchdowns.
6.
Boy, but it was a beauty because I had Dolphins winning. As you can see last week, I told you that the boy was going to fold at the end of the game.
You ain't picking on the pick'em. You ain't put it on the pick'em though.
I ain't picking on the pick'em. I did, and I thought about that. I thought about that thing. But anyways, also the other ugly game is the Colts. They got shut up by the Jaguars.
Oh, Lord.
Doggone Trevor Lawrence went 25 for 30. 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. What a shocker. But
should have kept Carson Wentz.
The Jags home win streak versus the Colts reaches 8 with a 24-zip shutout. And that is true. I just thought about that because you remember last year.
Yeah, they helped y'all get in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Yep.
So the Colts can't beat the Jags for some odd reason. The Colts cannot beat the Jags. But yeah, those are my good, bad, and ugly. Peyton
Manning available. All right. It's a lot of teams that really blew fourth quarter leads, but the overwhelming culprit You know, it's got to be my Ravens. That's why I couldn't even put the shield or the Boyd up there. I had to go to the city. I had to go to Baltimore and get in their face like, yo, this is not Ravens football. But that's
out of all the games, y'all the only team that gave up that many points in the fourth quarter.
And the thing is, we scored 38 on offense. 38. Let's move on. So, all right, so let's go ahead and jump into the week 3. Week 3 is upon us. And they need to slow down. They ain't ready to do no Christmas shopping yet. They ain't ready for Chroma yet. All right, so the first game we have, your Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Brownies. I am taking Pittsburgh.
I'm going Browns.
I still that's gonna be a bad. That's gonna be a terrible game. Man, go on, sit up straight for this one. I want to hear this.
Well, Pittsburgh, listen, your offensive line is not good
at all. You
can't develop no offense. Cleveland has been in a few tough matchups. It was one with the Panthers, and it just came out of a 1-point loss against the Jets. I'm gonna take Cleveland. This is divisional. It's a short week.
Yeah. And it's Cleveland.
Even though we didn't lose badly to the Patriots, but we left a lot of plays out there on the field that helped us win that game. But Cleveland competitive against us. Ever since that time that they beat us in the playoffs, they've been on us. And our defense is not 100%. Right. I don't care what you say. As long as TJ Watt is gone, that defense is not complete.
I don't know about that.
With that being said, I got the Cleveland Browns winning that game. It'll be a close one. But
yeah. It's gonna be an ugly game. Like you said, short week.
Short week.
Both teams coming off losses. The only way I would say Cleveland would win if Dog Pound show up.
Well, here's the thing.
But it'd be more Pittsburgh fans.
But we ain't good at stopping the run. We still struggling to stop the run. And as long as Nick Chubb and them boys is there, we're gonna have an issue. And we just not ready.
No.
I'm gonna tell you what though, if we lose this game against Cleveland,
y'all in trouble.
Trubisky to be set down and go ahead and put Pickens in. Because after this, we got the Jets, Bills.
Oh.
We got the Buccaneers.
That could be all 3 losses right there.
So I need if we lose this game, we need to sit down paper clips and paper down. We don't need paper clips. We need a stapler. We got a young stapler back there who's proven that, no matter what they may say, the NFL, the league always talk about the rookie need to sit behind the veteran for a year, yeah. What does that do? That don't do anything.
These boys be coming out ready now.
You need them on the field. Tell you what, if he lose this game, and we don't develop no offense, we need to be sat down, and I believe it's going to be Trubisky. Moving on. That's for another day.
Yeah. So I got Pittsburgh, you got Cleveland. Up next, we have the Houston Texans at the Chicago Bears.
I'm going to take Chicago by default.
I'm going to take Houston because I think Houston is better. I'm just going to put that little check mark beside Houston.
Yeah.
So, that's going to be an okay game. So, next we have the Raiders at the Tennessee Henrys, and I'm going to take the Raiders.
I was kind of disappointed at the Raiders this week. They lost to the Cardinals.
It took some heroics, though. It took Kyler Murray being Superman. He went and studied this week. He was in the playbook.
No. I mean, I'm glad that he passed the test this week. But
so he failed one. He failed one. He got a 0 on one. But he got 100 on the next one. So, if it keep going like it's going, it's going to be 0-100. So, but I got the Raiders. I got the Raiders. I
don't know. That's an iffy game. I'm gonna go Raiders, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee beat them.
So right. So next we have the Kansas City Mahomes at the Colts. I'm taking Kansas City. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Kansas by default.
Now this right. This game.
This is the AFC Championship game I was just talking about.
This gonna be good. This gonna be good.
I don't know what team I like most. Buffalo got a good defense, nasty stop the run type of thing. Miami is a gunslinging machine.
Home run hitters.
Two rabbits, home run hitters. This is probably going to overtime.
I doubt that. I got Buffalo outright winning on the strength of their defense. They got a better secondary.
I think they can handle it, but look, Baltimore had a good secondary, but see, they left the game when it matters. But I'm gonna go. I don't know who to pick. I just check both boxes out here, boy. I ain't gonna hold you, but
it could go either way. It depends on if they can continue. You cannot let Tyreek Hill get behind your secondary. And you got
the homework.
You got to lock him down. That's a tall order, but I'm gonna say Buffalo outright winning. This is gonna be.
I'm gonna change my pick. I'm gonna go to Miami. Buffalo haven't faced a team like Miami yet, and they at home. They just came off a good fight, and I mean they fought for that win. Don't think Baltimore just gave them that.
No,
they definitely fought for that. So Miami, they're gonna surprise Buffalo for this first game.
If Miami can pull this off, Miami will win that division. If Miami pull this off, Miami will win the division. So up next we got Detroit at Miami. I'm sorry, Minnesota. I'm gonna go to Detroit. Eminem. Yeah, I'm gonna take Detroit. Minnesota after that week 1 game, they kind of they leveling out now. Oh boy, here we go. Baltimore. I'm taking New England.
I'm gonna go Baltimore. Baltimore ain't got no Tyreek. They ain't got no Jalen Watt. But and the New England Patriots offense, it kind of takes time to develop those types of things. And y'all secondary, they just played us. Secondary is nowhere near Baltimore. Can never be. But
secondary is number 32. And Mac Jones about to eat.
That's the truth. That was against doggone. I'm gonna take Baltimore because first off, y'all had success against the Patriots. Our success against the Patriots is seeing the full moon there once in a while. But doggone.
I ain't gonna do you like that.
I need y'all to beat them.
My heart says Baltimore, but I don't trust them. I don't trust them right now. I need to see some really good adjustments. If you cannot make those adjustments, Bill Belichick is going to eat you for lunch. Enough said.
Well, take two.
Take two. Listen. Got the BMO killer. All right, let's try this one more time from the top. So we got Cincinnati and the Jets. I'm taking the Jets.
Yeah, I will take the Jets too. I concur with you.
Yeah,
I'll take the Jets.
The Jets are a little bit better than what we give them credit.
Cincinnati got some offensive line issues that you have mentioned, and Jets, like you said, we ain't giving them enough credit. They pulling out some close games, and I believe they can contest with Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, they. It would not shock me if Cincinnati doesn't score over 10 points this game. It wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
All right, up next we have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Washington Commanders. I'm going to take Philadelphia too. I like their defense. The defense really put on a party last night. Last night on Monday Night Football. So I'm going to take Philadelphia. All right, up next we got the New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers.
I'm going to Saints.
It's a toughie. But I'm going to take New Orleans off GP. I'm not ready to crown Carolina just yet. So this might be a good one. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the LA Chargers. That might turn out to be a good game.
I'm gonna take Jags.
Ooh,
for the upset.
That sounds good.
Jags for the upset.
I'm gonna take the Chargers because the Chargers is a little bit better. Indianapolis is a sorry team right now, so we're gonna stick with the home team on this one. So up next, you have the LA Rams at the Arizona Cardinals. I feel like both of those two teams on the same page.
Pretty much.
I really do.
I'm going to take Cardinals.
But I'm gonna take the Rams just because you took the Cardinals. It's hard to pick one, so I'm gonna take the Rams just because you picked the Cardinals. All right, up next we have the Atlanta Falcons at the Seattle Seahawks. Again, two teams, but I like Atlanta better.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm going with.
I like Atlanta better,
even though they played well one game. Mm-hmm. Out of these 2 weeks, but I'm gonna take Marcus and them boys.
Yeah. I'm gonna mess with Mariota for a minute.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
This one could be a good one too. At 425, you got the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of course, that's gonna be on national television. Everybody can see that one. I am going to take Tampa Bay. I'm still not a believer in the Green Bay Packers. At all.
Yeah, I'm taking Tampa too. The Green Bay just came alive, and it was against the Bears.
It was against the Bears. It was they ain't found the groove. They ain't back in stride right now. So up next, you got the San Francisco 49ers at the Denver Broncos. That's Sunday Night Football.
I'm gonna take 49ers.
I don't know. I might ride with Denver on this one. I'm gonna ride with Denver on this one. Denver got a point to prove right now, especially Russell Wilson. I talk cash money junk about Russell Wilson.
God knows you did. God knows you did.
I've called him overrated.
Called him everything but his child of God.
I'm trying to tell you everything but his government name. But I'm gonna take Denver. It's gonna be a tight one though. It's gonna be a tight one throughout the game, and I got Denver just edging them out because if you can kick in Denver. And Monday Night Football, you got the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Giants. I am taking the Giants.
Take Giants. Come on, Giants. This is your chance right here.
This is it. Y'all on a good roll.
I believe if they win this game, let me see here. I believe if they win this game, they'll be number one.
I think so.
NFC East.
I don't know because you got Philly. Philly, where I am from. You don't know.
But see, you got two divisional games.
Right.
Two divisional games. And two divisional games. 14, you get my thing. Yeah, Philadelphia will play Washington. And the Giants play Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
So Washington, which is last in that division, Philly, tied for Philly with the Dallas Cowgirls. I mean, boys. They both 1-1. Sometimes I get a little tongue-tied. I'll be thinking it say girls, but it's saying boys. I'll be getting that all confused. But anyway.
Oh Lord.
Dog.
Oh Lord. Boy, they ain't gonna like this one.
Anyway, I think the Giants can beat the Cowboys. I believe Giants can beat the Cowboys. I believe they can do it. They can do it.
Yeah, I think so too because you're playing Dallas. That's a shell of itself.
Yeah.
I mean, Cincinnati is probably going to be third or fourth in the AFC North this year, so I don't really see Cincinnati going anywhere. They don't fix that offensive line. They need to fix that now. But yeah, I see Giants beating.
Yeah, I think Giants starting good.
Yeah, I mean they got on their good foot,
Yeah, they got the shoes on the right foot.
Yeah, they're running hard.
Last year they were flip flopping. This time. This time they got on the good foot like James Brown.
I'm trying to tell you, boy.
Hey, hit that. Got it out.
Fellas, I'm about to do my thing. Zapazuba? Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, that is the week 3 pick'em.
Yeah.
So for y'all in the back porch,
War room.
Yeah, I almost say after party.
Yeah, almost messed up.
Y'all make sure y'all put in y'all picks.
Go ahead and do it before Thursday.
Night before you see my team get whooped by the Browns. Go ahead and go ahead and put your picks in. Yeah. Do that. And
speaking of those picks. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So if you're in the war room, we're actually in the middle of a pick'em war. Mm-hmm. And the way it's looking, dang, I done crept back in before. But anyway, this is our leaderboard now. This is the leaderboard. Go T-Waves, man. There ain't nobody but James. Leading the pack. Then Jay leading the pack. It's a 3-way tie for first. Jay Sean and Quan Fonz. Boy, you Silver Tongue W. Anyway. So that's I mean, it's the leaderboard. It's only week 3. We're going into week 3.
Yeah, it's early.
It's mad early. And Cam, where are you?
Ain't nowhere to be found.
Ain't nowhere to be found. So we
got no picks, but he look like he's gonna be automatically eliminated.
The name written in the death notes. Anyway, for those of y'all that didn't get that was some anime humor. Yeah. But so we gonna, Go T-Ways, Jay Shine, and Quan Foz are in the top first. Myself, Ravens for Life and Winner Circle, top for second. And right there, now Shiesty, when I was looking, now you was leading the pack, but you dropped all the way down. Good Lord. and Vesta and War Room, I don't know, y'all didn't make picks. Okay, so those picks wasn't made for week 2, but y'all keep putting those picks in, man. This is actually fun because every time I look at that doggone thing, I feel disappointed.
Me too, I tell you, boy.
The game that messed me up was Arizona. If I could have got that Arizona pick, and it's another one, that Baltimore pick. If I'd have got the Arizona and Baltimore pick, I would have been in that tie for fleece. But it's all good. It's all good.
All right. They say the best for last.
That's what they say. Slow and steady win the race. In every walk of life, slow and steady.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we done covered everything. Yeah. So y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the support. We really appreciate you guys, man. Y'all are really showing out. The Facebook, the War Room, y'all. If you're not in there, go ahead and get in there. Just search Bad Porch Sports Podcasts, War Room, and the information will be at the bottom of the screen, just so you can get it. Also, go ahead and subscribe, leave likes, comment if you want to. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, all that good stuff, even Amazon Music, we on Amazon. Leave a rating. Yeah. Leave that rating. Whatever you use, leave a rating. And we appreciate you. Because if you leave that good rating, that'll push us up. See, right now we like this. But to come like this here together, we can strike a mighty blow.
Good God, boy. Good.
So, thanks for watching. Thank y'all for interacting. Quan, you got something else you want to say, man?
I ain't got nothing to say. I thank everybody for watching, tuning in to the Day Put Sport Podcast. And we gonna get on out of here.
We go, y'all. Peace out, y'all.
Next week.